Capstone Business Advisors is a company that I founded in 2011 after some 25 or more years as an experienced chief financial officer in various industries. Companies get to a point in their growth where they need a CFO. But the problem is that when they're coming to that point in their growth where they need a CFO, let's say around the revenue mark of $5 or $6 million a year, maybe $10 million a year, they need a chief financial officer. However, they don't really have the budget yet for a full-time chief financial officer. And so I founded Capstone to provide chief financial officer type of advice and work for companies that were in that stage. But they don't have to come up with all of the money for someone to do it full-time. I'm able to just give them the right amount of information at the right time and help them through those growth stages. I work with companies in many different industries, the service industry, the construction industry. I specialize quite a bit in tech and software companies as an example. And each of those kinds of companies brings to a different set of challenges for people who are really smart, really know their business, but they don't quite understand some of the financial aspects of growing the business. And that's sort of the piece of the puzzle for them that I fill. So people often ask me, how do you work with your clients? And the answer is, I listen. I really can't give good advice until I understand a company completely or as thoroughly as I can. So what I generally do is I meet with top management and I ask them lots of questions about their business and I get information from them. I will often get lots of financial information, historic, I'll get tax returns, I'll get marketing material, I'll get major contracts that they have with vendors or customers, and I collect this information and I study it. And I've been doing this kind of thing for so long, I sort of am able to pick into the things that are good and the things that maybe have some issues with it. But the idea is I try to understand their business as best as I can. Then after I do that investigation, I meet with the company again, usually again the top management, sometimes it's a few owners and sometimes it's some top managers there. And what we do then is I give them an evaluation of their business from my point of view. And that gets a great discussion going. They talk about the things that they want to do with the business. And now that I've done my homework, I also understand where they're coming from and I'm able to give them some good feedback in terms of the things that they're planning to do. I do all of that investment in working with them so that then we could come up with a plan of how we may together work with one another to help them grow their business and achieve their goals. Let's see, do I have any words of encouragement for business owners today? Absolutely. You know, if you own a business today, you're a hero. It is such a difficult thing to keep, build, and maintain a business in this environment. And what I would say is that don't do it by yourself. Get the help you need in way of specialized employees or outside people who can help you with the small pieces and parts of your business to help build the entire structure. You know, I call my business Capstone for a reason. When you build a structure, like say in the days when they would build buildings out of stone, the capstone was the last thing that went on the business. But you couldn't do that unless all the other building blocks of the business were in place. You have building blocks when you're building your business. You have a strategic plan, you have sales, you have a product, you have service. There's a financial aspect to it, there's a marketing aspect to it, there's a human resources aspect to it. All of those building blocks have to go in place before you can put the capstone on it. I like to help people think about building their business in such a way that they can put that capstone on it, which is where the company name comes from. So yeah, I would encourage you, keep at it, don't do it alone, and just keep on doing the thing that you do best.